Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back, and today we got some major news to talk about today. So apparently every day Kamala Harris is losing, and in this case she lost a huge poll. And this poll, coming from the Trump versus Harris line, shows Donald Trump will defeat Kamala Harris by 3 points by the most accuratist poll, and that is Atlas Intel. We talked about Atlas Intel a month ago, and it had actually predicted that Trump would win against Harris by 2. Well, apparently that went up by a month. Now it's apparently Donald Trump's going to defeat Kamala Harris by 3. Now people will be like, Donald Trump's defeating Kamala Harris by 3. That's not a big deal. Well, it kind of is, if you think about it, because 3 points. If Donald Trump's defeating Kamala Harris by 3 points, let's see if I can take out Cook Political Report and predict a 3-point victory for Donald Trump. But if this was a 3-point victory for Donald Trump, this is what it would supposedly look like in Electoral College-wise. So, yeah, Donald Trump's already cranking 235 electoral votes if he wins 46.8% of the popular vote, which is crucial because if he wins 47%, that will pretty much give him the Electoral College. So you realize, yeah, it's pretty much an inevitable Trump victory altogether. So let's just see. When it comes to white non-college graduates, maybe we'll bump it up to 64%. And get the third, since we have ideally big third parties here in general, we'll go ahead and give the third party a 3-point. So yes, 47.6, like I said, that already gives Donald Trump the Electoral College. Wisconsin, Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Georgia are at his ranks. But Kamala Harris still wins the popular vote by 2.5. But we want to change that. What does a 3-point victory for Donald Trump look like? Let's see. Change the college students. Maybe bring it down to 51%. Give the third party. So Donald Trump's gaining at 3 point. We can always come back, but yes, this is basically what it looks like with the swing states here. Kamala Harris wins by 1.3 now. Looking at African American, let's see. Bring it all the way down to recent poll results. Say that African Americans will vote for Harris by 79%, which is bad, seeing that how African Americans historically have been trending Democrat for, as you know, for around since I would say in the 90 percentage point, but since the 90s at least. But yes, you'll see now Donald Trump wins the popular vote by 1.3%. Looking at Hispanic, okay. Hispanic, I would say it goes below down into the 50s. Maybe 52% would be an appropriate number. 2%. We'll give 3% of space room for these third parties. So yes, Donald Trump is close to 3 percentage points. See, it's close enough. 2.9 here. And what about Asians? So Asian, we'll just go ahead and do 54% here. And we'll do a 4-point gap here. So this has changed the margin here, a 3.4. So yes, ideally, I was hoping that Donald Trump would flip states. Well, it does depend on which demographic group we're talking about. But yes, this is a 3.4 win. Although Donald Trump is carrying all the swing states, okay? If this poll is the election results, it would look like this, technically. Pennsylvania, he would win by 5.7 percentage points. That's huge, okay? And that's pretty good, seeing that Donald Trump ideally has been leading in that state for much of the year, not counting Kamala Harris when she entered the race out of the sudden. But then again, he did very well with her in the race. I mean, she held Pennsylvania for a little bit, and then she gave way. Like, looking at Battlegrounds, let's see. Top Battleground, you take a look at Pennsylvania. Yeah, Donald Trump leading Pennsylvania all the way. Biden barely leading through February, as we observed. April, And then the margin extends, even goes up to 5% during July, before the assassination attempt, by the way. And it casually just drops. And then you'll see it dropped really quickly. It went from a span of a couple days from 3 percentage points, 4 percentage points to now 0.2, and then it's a tie. Harris leading, and Harris only got to 1 point, not 2 points, by the way, and she's 0 point something. And then Donald Trump, it's been a tie, 0 percentage points, and it's been compatible for sure, but Donald Trump has held the rank. So 5.7, North Carolina, 9.1, Georgia, he wins it by 8.9, as well as Michigan, 4.4, even though Michigan has been is the most liberalist out of the bunch. Wisconsin, Trump will win it by 5.6. Looking at Arizona, Donald Trump wins Arizona by 7.4, and Nevada by 5.9. And you'll also see the Nebraska 2nd Congressional District goes to Trump by 0.5%. States that are technically up for grabs would be Maine at 3 percentage point. New Hampshire goes to Harris by 1.3. Virginia, 1.9. Yeah, you'll see here. Florida is 11.3. Minnesota about to tilt Republican, 0.7 here. New Mexico, 1.1. That has to do with the Hispanic vote. But yeah, those are the tilting blue states that Donald Trump would, if possible, put up to grabs. But basically, all the swing states are above 5%, and that's at a goal. That is a decisive win there. So this is what it's looking like right now, despite the Trump surge. I purposely have underestimate Trump. I purposely do that. Why do I do that? And have real clear, because I want to kind of prepare my audience and myself that things could go wrong. Democrats have a big machine here. We're going against the Democratic Party machine. They have been notable of winning elections. Even though we have a pretty good GOP leader, that doesn't really set everything into stone. Ideally, I would think Donald Trump has a 70% chance of winning. But then again, I want to compare all the averages from every source, from real clear polling to, I would say, in this case, race to the White House, decision desk, 270 to win, 538, silver bulletin. I want to compare all that and put it together after the result. So ideally, that Trump poll, let's see, nationwide polling, should really actually do real damage to Harris. Seeing this chart, yes, you'll see that it's kind of bending, curving down when it comes for Harris a little bit. Not a good sign as election day. And you could see Donald Trump possibly, if it continues to go this rate, Harris might lead by like 0 point. Unless Donald Trump really surges, then he will probably lead. But ideally, if he continues to go this way, Harris should lead by election day by point some percent sort of number. I'm not going to say Donald Trump will lead if he continues to go this speed with his momentum. But yeah, I don't know why they don't add the they're not adding it in yet. And I'm pretty sure that they have not yet registered this into the average. So very well, Harris will probably lead the average in Wikipedia by 1 point, some percentage number. But yes, this does show how the most accuratest poll, which did predict, it's not biased at all, it did predict Joe Biden would win by, I would say, probably 6 or 7, but he ended up winning by 4 to 3. 4 or 5, I don't know. But he ends up, and plus, you'll see recent Battleground polls. show Donald Trump leads by 1 point now. That's really good. 1 point exactly here. You'll see what changed. Well, Georgia's 1.8 now. North Carolina 0.5. Pennsylvania 0.7. Michigan 1.2. Wisconsin 0.2. Nevada 0.8. Arizona 1.6. Yeah, ideally it is getting pretty better. Yeah, this poll, like, from yesterday was the 18th. Harris was at 1.4. Today, she's at 1.2. We skipped 1.3. That's because of the Atlas Intel poll registered, and it's in the margin of error. Look at 2 point. That is excellent. That's at a goal. At a goal right here, 2 point. And recent Harris polls, wow, she's only got her latest polls from Emerson and even TIPP says only 1 point for Kamala Harris. It's just devastating. But who knows? If Donald Trump continues to get Kamala Harris polls from September like this, or just these polls from Fox and Rasmussen, he can very much well take the average. And I'm really hoping, because if we take the average, chance is pretty clear. We're going to win in Election Day, and the Democrats will go back to, and they'll do their usual thing, like they did in the 2022 midterms. Stuff I want to warn you about. Democrats will act like they are totally screwed. And that's a part of their plan. That's a part of the plan. That's a part of the goal. Do not fall for it. Like, this is what they did. CNN took to the media and said, oh, biggest red wave, no point. And this is just gaslighting to Democrat base to get out and vote quickly. Don't think that the left-wing media is capitulating, because they're not. They are gaslighting to the public to get votes, okay? So, yes, so what do you guys think in regards to our video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.